Giannis, the most expensive guy, at 11.7, followed by Doncic at 11.4. You gonna go with either of them?
I certainly don't mind Luka at 11.4 against what could be this Lakers roster is going to be up there tonight with the lineups that we saw in that late Portland OKC game last night, which was essentially a G League contest, and it went into overtime. It was Isaiah Roby versus Drew Eubanks, and the Lakers are probably not going to have LeBron. I think Anthony Davis was listed as doubtful, but he's not playing in this game as well. So it could be one of those games where you look up and Dallas is up like 25 at the half, and Luka has 31 points and 8 3-pointers. I'm a little worried about how much he plays in the second half. That could be a little bit of an issue, but I mean, this Lakers team, especially removing LeBron, is so bad. So I have no problem paying up for Luka. I'm staying away from Harden. You could probably guess by how I was talking about that Bucks-Sixers game. I'm not paying up for him tonight. I think there's some tough positional matchups. I think Drew Holiday is going to be on him quite a bit tonight. If you want to go a little bit cheaper too, I think Cade Cunningham at the Brooklyn Nets. There's still this kind of fear factor with the Nets where it's like, oh my gosh, they have Durant and Kyrie, like avoid them at all costs. Like they just lost to the Hornets the other night. A team that could end up being a matchup in a one-game playoff to potentially knock them out of the postseason in a couple of weeks here. So I'm really not all that scared of Brooklyn. Outside of those two guys, the supporting cast is not great, and Cade Cunningham has been amazing. Over his last 15 or 20 games, what he's doing not only as a scorer, but as a rebounder and as a distributor.
All right, Ryan, you're looking at this slate. Who do you want to pay up for in DFS?
Yeah, just looking at the slate, it's chalky and it's easy. Luka 11-4 versus the Lakers. The Lakers stink. Seems like every single night they give up a 50, 60 fantasy point guy, depending on who they play. So that's chalky, but if you wanted to mix it up, I like the narrative of this Bucks-Sixers game being like a staple game. And it's national TV. Nick said it, and I'm kind of on board. I don't know if Harden really cares about winning at this point. Like, he's getting all these accolades about passing Reggie Miller on all-time threes list, and he's scoring a ton of points on the all-time list based on how young he is. But a guy that I think does care about winning is Embiid. And if they're going to be in this game, Embiid's going to have a monster night. So if you wanted to not get so chalky with Luka, I'm totally fine with you paying up for Embiid versus the Bucks.